Okay, so when I was little, I lived in the United States, and I started school when I was a preschooler. So my whole education was the American education, and I picked it up really young because I had always been to American school. And I realized that French education and American education is really different because I had a lot of problems with it when I moved back to France. So I realized that when I moved back to France when I was 9 years old. So first of all, in America, we have we use the same word when we talk to someone we know and to someone we don't know, like the word you. And I didn't know it had two meanings, like the informal way and the formal way. So I always thought that I would use the word you, the informal way, even though I was talking to teachers and friends here. And so when I moved back to France, since I didn't know they had two meanings, the first day of school, I talked to my teacher and I used the informal way, and she was really, really mad to me, and she looked at me in a way that I really wanted to hide from her because she really, really scared me. And she told me that when I used the informal way, the word you, it wasn't at all polite, and that she asked me if that's the way she talked to my parents, and I didn't know what to answer her because I didn't understand what she was saying to me. So that night when I went home, I told my mom what happened, and she explained to me that there was two meanings, and she told me that when we used the formal way, it was more polite to someone we didn't know, like teachers here. So the next, since I was used to the American culture and education, I still use the informal way, and my teacher got really, really mad at me. So then I started to use the formal way because I was really sick of her being mad at me. And then on the other days of school, French people would come up to me and they asked me a question. But since I lived in the United States, I had all the Americans' words. But then when I was talking French, I would miss some of my French words, so I couldn't answer them correctly. So then they just thought that it was really weird and stuff. So then they left, and then I was kind of left alone. I kind of made some friends, but not a lot. So the first year when I moved to France, it was my worst year, and I really didn't like it. And I really hated French people that time. But then when I went to middle school, everything changed because I met a lot of new people, and they were all coming from different schools, so that was good, and I made a lot of friends. So now I think I really like French people, and even though there's a lot of differences, I like both. I like America and France.